as Twende. And Twende means let's go. Now, Jumbo friends, my name is Eric and I'll be your safari guide for today. Just as a friendly reminder, make sure to remain seated at all times, as well as keep your hands, arms, legs, and feet inside the vehicle, also at all times. That also includes lap sitters as well. We ask that they find one lap and one lap only, and remain seated in that one lap for the duration of this time, which is about 2 weeks. Now we are just going to sit tight for just a moment while we wait for the warden's clearance to head into the reserve here. And there is our clearance to head into the reserve, so let's go get our journey started, friends. And our journey starts in the Ituri Forest. Now the Ituri Forest is home to animals that have some pretty heavy camouflage and use that camouflage to hide from predators in this area. So keep your eyes peeled, you never know what you might spot out here. Now on the right there I do see what appears to be an okapi hanging out. And a lot of people associate the okapi with being a part of the zebra family due to those hind legs, when in fact they're actually part of the giraffe family. Now just like giraffes, they do have those long and prehensile tongues which help to grab those leaves off those trees. And they kind of act like a long finger for them. Fun fact about the length of their tongue is so long that they're one of the only animals in the world that can lick their own ear. On the right there, I do see that weird looking bird. That bird is known as a saddleboat stork. It may look like a small bird, but that's because we're in a very large truck. That bird can actually get up to 5 feet tall. It can have a wingspan of up to 9 feet in length. If you take a look to the left there, kind of hanging out in the bushes in the back there, I do see what appears to be a bongo, which is that dark brown animal. And bongos are known to be the ghosts of the forest, as they're rarely ever seen, primarily because they're very shy animals. And they do have horns on top of their head, which are slicked back and help to get through underbrush a little bit faster as well. Well, friends, we're going to go ahead and head out of the Ituri Forest and head into the Safi River now. And the Safi River is home to animals that like to hide up in high trees or hang around bodies of water. So let's go see what we can find roaming this area. On the islands there on the right, I do see some pink-backed pelicans hanging out. And pink-backed pelicans get their name from the pinkish color that they develop during mating season. And they're also known to be colonial nesters, which means they like to nest in groups of up to 500. But on the right there we have some Nile hippo just hanging out. Now, Nile hippos are known to spend most of their day in the water, preferably under it. There's another one on the left here just swimming. Looks like they might resurface here in just a second. And yeah, sort of. But they can spend up to 8 minutes per breath under the water, probably to bob up for a breath a bit. They can also sleep underwater, and their bodies will naturally bob them up every 8 minutes without waking them up. Looks like I see some more on the left there, just walking towards us into the water. But also on the left here, you may be asking, Eric, why are there a bunch of bridges here? That's to help us get over these Nile crocodiles on the left here. Now, Nile crocodiles are known to be the largest crocodile species in Africa, ranging up to 20 feet in length. Now, with that length does mean they come with a very large appetite. They can eat up to half their body weight when sitting. But friends, we're going to go ahead and head out of the Safi River and head into my favorite part of Africa, known as the savannah. Now, the savannah is home to animals such as giraffes, wildebeest, zebras, and many, many other species. So let's go see what we can find out here. But before we get started out there, I do want to point out this one tree on the right here, and it's known as a baobab tree. Now, the baobab tree can run up to 9 months without leaves, and that helps to conserve the water that's found inside. It can hold thousands of gallons of water and is oftentimes nicknamed the upside down tree. But friends, we are heading into the savannah now, and with that, a lot of these animals are free roaming, so we want to be respectful to them and not try to call out to them, make any noises at them, or anything of that nature, as we don't want to spook them and cause them to go away from the truck. But with all that being said, let's go see what we can find roaming this area. Right here is going to be what are known as Ankole cattle. And Ankole cattle's horns can grow up to 6 feet in length. Now, while they seem very heavy, they're actually very light due to being hollowed out in the center. It allows for blood flow into those horns so that they can regulate their body heat. And on the left here are going to be some painted dogs just hanging out. And painted dogs are known to be very successful hunters for 2 main reasons. 1, they like to hang around in groups of up to 15. And 2, they like to hunt down their prey until their prey falls from exhaustion. Takes the term playing with your food to a whole new level. But on the left here, we have 2 animal types. We have the sable antelope, which is very way in the back there, that brown one. And we have these gray-looking animals known as wildebeest. Now, sable antelope have the horns on top of their head, which are very sharp and very sturdy horns, and it helps to protect them from any attackers from behind. Primarily from animals like lions who like to hop on their backs. But then we have the wildebeest. Wildebeest does translate to wild beast in Afrikaans, and they're widely known for being migratory-based animals, usually migrating in groups of up to 1.5 million per year. Now, also on the left here are going to be some Messiah giraffe hanging out. And Messiah giraffes have those patterns on their body which are unique to each giraffe, just like how our fingerprints are unique to us. They also have long and prehensile tongues which help to grab those leaves off those trees. And their tongue can grow to 18 to 20 inches in length and usually correlate with their height. So if their tongue is 18 inches, then they're most likely 18 feet, and so on and so forth. Now, a group of giraffes is known as a tower, rightfully so for their height. And fun fact, when a baby giraffe is born, they're usually born with the adult standing up, so they'll make a minimum drop of 6 feet to the ground. That for them, friends, is known as the Tower of Terror. But we're going to go ahead and continue on through the savannah, see what else we can find roaming this area. On the left here with these Messiah giraffes is going to be this tan-looking animal with the spirally horns. That is known as an eland. And elands are known to be the largest antelope species in the world, usually in the realm of around 6 feet. And when a male wants to attract a female eland, basically the male will stick those horns into the ground and create a grass crown on top of their head. And if it's not creative enough for the female, then they start over. But I do see this knockdown tree, which tells me we are heading into elephant territory. So let's go see what we can find roaming in here. On the left there, I do see some mandrills just roaming around. And mandrills are known to be the largest monkey species in the world. There's one to the right of these bushes here. But they also have a red and blue coloration on their face, which both the males and females will typically have. However, the males usually have it a little bit more prominently. It also gets brighter as they show more emotion, usually in regards to happiness or anger. But we're going to go ahead and continue our journey on, friends, and it looks like we're heading through these red clay pits here. And these red clay pits are used by various animals, including elephants, who love to bury their tusks into the clay. And it helps to soften up the clay so that they can eat it, which has vitamins and minerals found inside. You can see those tusk marks on the right there, which tells me we're in another area where elephants may be present. So let's go see if we can find some more roaming around this area. Now, while we are looking for some more some African elephants around this area, African elephants are known to be decently social animals with each other, usually with the female and the young spending most of their time together. When the males of the group mature, they usually are kicked out by the females of the group. They'll either venture off on their own, or create an all-males group for a little bit, and then venture off on their own. Also on the right here is going to be this baobab tree, another one of those baobab trees. That one appears to have some holes in it, and that's due to animals like elephants, as well as the African people in this area poking holes into the tree to help, or to obtain the water that's found inside. On the left-hand side here are going to be some greater flamingos hanging out. And greater flamingos are known to get their pinkish color from their diet, which is the brine shrimp that they eat, which contains something called beta-carotene found inside. It does take about 2 years to develop that pink color though, which is why some of them may look a little bit more gray or black. We're going to go ahead and continue our journey on. It looks like our journey is taking us into rhino territory. So let's go see what we can find out here. On the left here is going to be what is known as an ostrich. And ostrich are known to be the largest bird species in the world. They run up to speeds of 40 miles an hour. And while they do have wings, they cannot fly. Instead, they use their wings to help change directions when they're running. But if you take a look to the left there, friends, I do see what appears to be a cheetah just laying out. Now cheetahs are known to be the fastest land mammal in the world, running up to speeds of 60 miles an hour. Now while they are built for speed, they are not built for power, which means when larger cats choose to take their food, that becomes the larger cat's food and they're easily chased off. There's another one roaming around on the left there. Now, speaking of larger cats, I do see this rock formation up ahead. This rock formation is known as Kopi Rock. Now, Kopi Rocks in Africa are used by larger cats as a sunbathing spot, as well as a vantage point to watch over their prey. But if you take a look to the right there, I've just spotted some white rhinos hanging out.
Oh, wow.
Looks like a baby and a mother. Now, white rhinos can weigh up to 5,000 pounds, which sounds very heavy, and it is. However, they can run up to speeds of 35 miles an hour, which is much, much faster than my truck can run. But on the left here, behold, are going to be some lions just sleeping. Well, one of them's awake. But lions are known to spend most of their days sleeping, usually up to 20 hours a day. And when it comes time to eat, the males will typically stay back and watch over the pride and protect them, while the females go out and grab some dinner. Now, fun fact, I did see a couple of faces there.
Oh, yeah.
But, fun fact about the male lion there, the patch of fur around its head and neck is known as a mane, and that mane alone can weigh up to 50 pounds. As a patch of hair I would not want. On the right there, I do see some eggs laying on the ground. Those eggs are known as ostrich eggs. Now, ostrich eggs are known to be the largest bird eggs in the world. They can weigh up to 3 pounds per egg. However, they're very hard to get into, as they can support the weight of one fully grown adult human without cracking. So about 200 to 300 pounds. Well, friends, we're going to continue our journey on, and it looks like we're being taken into the warden's post here. And the warden is the one who watches over the reserve. However, it appears it's been raided by some goats today. But that's okay. These goats are known as Nigerian dwarf goats. However, they usually are seen eating or sleeping. However, they're pretty playful and social animals, as that is how they assert dominance with each other. They're also a fan favorite amongst farmers due to their size and their low maintenance, as most of those guys are fully grown adults. But friends, we are heading out of the reserve and heading back towards the village, which does unfortunately mean our tour is coming to an end. But that's okay. If you enjoyed today's tour, you can always come back and revisit the Kilimanjaro safaris, as no two safaris are the same. You never know what you might see or experience out here in the wild. Now, if you are looking for some other options to enjoy around Disney's Animal Kingdom, you can head over to the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail, which is a 20-minute walking trail, where you might be able to spot animals such as gorillas, monkeys, okapis, and many, many other species that might be roaming that area. Or if you want and enjoyed seeing those Nigerian dwarf goats, you can head over to Rafiki's Planet Watch, which has an active petting zoo, as well as a couple of other neat and fun activities waiting your presence there. But friends, sit back, relax, and hold on tight as we head back into the village.
There you might see some gorillas, you might see some meerkats, as well as some other zebras. And if that's not enough, I do recommend walking all of them.
Now, while we are heading up here, hopefully everybody enjoyed their time on the Kilimanjaro safaris. Once again, my name is Eric, and it's been a pleasure to be able to drive you guys. But we've just been cleared into our dock here, so go ahead and start grabbing all your belongings, including cell phones, keys, wallets, backpacks, and your kids. Don't forget your kids. And here at Harambe, we don't like to say goodbyes. That is far too final and far too sad. Instead, we like to leave you with a cooperating, which means to go well. So with that being said, friends, watch your hands, arms, legs, and feet as door slide open.